Welcome back, everybody, to the Renaissance Humanism podcast. I'm your host, Jonathan Riley. In today's episode, I'll be discussing Russia and China coordinated attacks on the state of Finland. The People's Republic of China and the Russian Federation are launching coordinated operations, or more accurately, covert operations, against the state of Finland, which joined NATO on the 4th of April 2023. Believes the state of Finland remained neutral in all conflicts since the end of the Soviet-Finnish War of or Winter War of 1939 to 1940. It's called the Winter War because the war itself happened during the winter. Finland lost the war and had to give up lands on its eastern border, which offered greater protection and natural barriers and defence barriers to the Soviet Union as part of the peace treaty. Its aftermath was that Finland would remain neutral regarding any conflicts as Russia was fighting against the Western alliance led by the United States of America. With the Russian Federation invasion of Ukraine in February 2022, Finland has ended their neutrality and has joined firmly with other allies and Western democracies nations by joining NATO in this year. The Finnish troops have proved to be an asset during recent NATO war games where they defeated all other nations that took part in the combat exercises, highlighted the effectiveness of the Finnish military and how it's prepared to fight. Russia is now funneling waves of migrants into Finland in its border territory. Russia is trying to recruit foreign migrants, detailed in recent sweep at its border with Finland for war in Ukraine. The BBC has seen evidence of several cases which foreigners were rushed into military camps on the border with Ukraine days after they were picked up, breaching immigration laws. The Chinese-owned container ship New Polar Bear has allowed its anchor to damage internet and other communication cables, which is affecting Finland and Estonia. Following this incident, formal investigations are also being taken place by those nations, and the Chinese vessel that drove its anchor over 100 miles through the Gulf of Finland, hitting telecoms and bus lines. These are possibly deliberate actions, but what do they may signify? It's low likelihood that these indicates the potential coordination and cooperation between Russia and China in different global theatres. This is the first time this happened as well. And also it will challenge the ability for America to engage on multiple fronts. The United States has a low attention span when dealing with multiple conflicts due to the nature of its presidential system, which is top-heavy in concern of its function. From the deal with the Israel-Hamas conflict since the 7th of October 2023, the growing tensions in the Taiwan Straits and China wanting to reclaim Taiwan as well, which has been viewed as a breakaway province of China since the end of the Chinese Civil War in 1949 and the communist seizing power in mainland China. Furthermore, the Federation, its invasion of Ukraine in February 22, and other overseas success in American security interests of NATO states. America, in terms of its attention span, is spread thin, trying to manage multiple threats at once, which is going to find it hard to do as well. Not to do with its military capacity necessarily, because it is the biggest military in the world, but the ability for its political leaders to focus on multiple conflicts. Thank you for listening to this podcast. I hope you found it informative and interesting. Please take care. Enjoy the holiday season and peace out.